Right, this is a thing that's been bugging me for a while since one of the last updates in Virtual Pool 4. If we go to the support page and we look at the change history, there's one that's been done today, which is a couple of bug fixes that's been done, but that's not the one that I'm talking about. It's this one here. In April, on the 22nd of April, there was an update that will save the setup parameters for challenge rooms when you create one. It also saves the setup parameters for match rooms when you create, and only for the first match setup. Save table parameters by game and save private and password. All parameters saved are unique between challenge and match rooms. Now, I get that part, but this is the way I see it. The way I see that it should work. Let me just go in and create a room. And what we have here is we have the location. This is a match room setup. Now, the way I see this working is you choose the room that you want to use. And I prefer the hard times room. I prefer it because of the lighting, and that's fine. So the password I'm going to put in, and that'll do, just a lot of gobbledygook. So here we are. I'm in the hard times room, and it's set on snooker, which was the last game that I was playing before I quit the game. Right, so I'm going to, now first of all, if I actually put myself in the game, we can see that we've got the 12-foot snooker table and the cloth is green. Now that's fine. And if I quit the match and come out of that, if I went into, sorry, I need to put myself in the game again. If I go into the advanced settings, the advanced settings allow you to change the rules of the game to your preference. For example, or if I want to put 15 reds, 10 or 6 or whatever, or if I want to drop out the foul and miss, you can do that. You can have it on pro foul and miss, you can have it on normal foul and miss, and also you ignore the call shot because you don't have that. Well, you do have that in snooker in some respects because you have to nominate a colour, but that's by the by. The game automatically nominates it. 3 foul, forget about it. First break can be the coin flip where you're automatically chosen by the game to either break or your opponent break, or lag the balls or lowest rating or whatever, and ignore jump cues. So that's the setup that I've got for snooker. Now that is fine. And if I come out, now you can see that the advanced setup there is now highlighted in red because I've changed something there. So remember, we're on the Loch Lomond table, we've got it set to 6 games. I don't know why I did that, but it is. That was what it was set to in the last setting. We've got no shot clock. I think my voice is going to break again. We've got no shot clock, so that's done. So if I come out of that and go to, oh, hang on a minute, wrong one. If I go to 9 ball, the 9 ball rules, we'll go in there. Let's change something in it. We'll change it to, what will we change it to? We'll put it to spot money on, and we'll put rack money on. So we've changed some of the parameters, as they call it, for 9 ball, and okay. So we're happy with that. We'll, in fact, we'll choose it for lag balls as well for the break off. So we come out of that, we can see that that now has gone highlighted in red because I've changed some of the parameters. Now, I'm obviously not going to play 9 ball on the Loch Lomond table. I'm going to play it on the hard times table, or because we're in the hard times room, we can put it on the default table for that game. And if, for example, I chose snooker now and I go there, it's now disappeared in the advanced settings, probably because I didn't start the game. I'm going to do that again just to test it. What did we put? Normal, foul and miss, and we'll put the lag on. So now it's red, it's highlighted in red, and this is my understanding of how these parameters are saved. So we've got it set to the default table for that game. So whatever game you choose, it will choose the default table. Or I could just simply go up there and choose the Loch Lomond table, which is, we all know, is a snooker table anyway. But it doesn't matter what I do. I'm having to choose the table to start up a parameter, or to save a parameter setting. But we'll choose default table. We've got ourselves in the game, and I'll start the game. So we have the 12-foot table, and the snooker table has the green cloth, right? So now, if I don't know whether I have to hit something, I'm just going to do that. But we've started a game, and we will quit the match. And I'm assuming this is going to work. If I now go to 9-ball, the 9-ball hasn't saved, isn't coming up in red, so I'm going to choose 9-ball, default table, and 6 games, but I'm going into advanced because I want rack money on, and we'll have the lag on, and save it OK, and we'll start. So we've got a table set up here. Now here's where, this is a bit that annoys me. I don't like playing the pool on the green cloth. I would rather have the blue cloth. And so we've now started our game. And we'll quit our game. Now, bearing in mind that I have started a game of 9-ball, I have chosen the blue cloth, and we've now quit the game. I'm going to now go to snooker, and you can see that the snooker, now that I've started and finished a game, the snooker has now got the advanced settings saved. So that is the fact, that's the part that's working fine. That's working the way we would expect it to work, because we've set the rule settings in advanced. I need to put myself in the game again, and we've started a game, and we had it on lag balls as the adjustment that we did to the setup, and that all works fine, and it's saved. Now it's also therefore saved it as a default table for snooker, which is a 12-foot table. Now if I then go back to this, if I actually start this snooker game, the biggest gripe that I've got is that for this advanced setting to work, if I go to 9-ball, it's going to choose the default table. Now the default table is going to be the hard times table, and the last time that I played on it there 2 minutes ago, I chose the cloth as blue. But when you use this advanced function and you've changed the parameters settings for the cloth colour aren't in there. They're in the game settings or the miscellaneous settings. But the way I see it is it should save your choice of cloth colour for each table. It's part of the setup, and it doesn't. So therefore, if I start the 9-ball game, I've got my blue cloth, which I chose, and everything's fine. because that's the last thing that I changed, was the colour of the cloth. If, however, I finish my game of 9-ball, which a lot of people do, and then decide to go and play snooker, for example, let's just quit. Right, we'll quit out of that. And as soon as I do that, and as soon as I then jump to snooker, I've changed nothing. The advanced settings show that they're saved, and we're on the default table. As soon as we go in there, we're stuck with the blue cloth, and you have to go and change it each time. Now, that's the bit that is annoying. You're always having to go into the settings and go to miscellaneous and go to back to the default colour for your table. So now you've got the table the way you want it. Well, if the setups and the rules are all part of the game, and the table that you're choosing is all part of the parameter savings, then why isn't the cloth colour? Because it should save the setting for each table in each game, and you've always got to change it, and that does my head in. So now that we have chosen snooker, and we're going to quit the snooker, we're going to go back to that 9-ball table, which was the blue cloth. Play and quit match. Remember that the 9-ball table, the hard times table, was set to the blue cloth. If I go to 9-ball, we've left it on default table. Our parameters are all the same for the rules that we chose. If we go in there, it's back to a green cloth. That isn't functioning the way I would expect it to function. Rules and setup, yes, it works fine. Everybody's happy with that. But for it to work fully, the cloth and the table settings should all be part of those parameters. So that's what I would rather it did, and it doesn't do that.